gamers all around the world, StarCraft 2 or not, I'm about to do a little tier list, something I haven't done in a long time. But here we are with the best RTS game tier list, okay? So, there's obviously S, A, B, C, and D rank. S being the highest, D being the lowest. Those are going to be the ones that I've actually played. Then we're going to have never heard, not played, or seen or known, but not played. So this is my own opinion, okay? I'm sure that everyone has their own favorite games and has different experiences, but this is my own, and I'll try to be as objective as possible. So what am I going to base the tier list? Well, how much I've actually played it, right? How good it was, how much playtime the game has, how much other people have played it, although I won't know that for every single game, but there it is. All right, Dad. Oh, AD, Empires Ascend, I've never heard of that. Next, Act of War, never heard of that. Age of Empires, this is the first Age of Empires. I would definitely put Age of Empires in, the first one at least, in A rank. The reason why it's A, it's not that played anymore, and I did play a lot of it when I was a kid. And I think like anyone that's touched RTS games has probably played Age of Empires, so, you know. What is this? Age of Empires something something. I'm assuming this is some kind of expansion. I can't really see because these the pictures are small, but I'll just put have not heard it, played it, because, yeah. Ancestors Legacy, never heard. Anno, I actually had this suggested to me by quite a few people. I've seen it, but I have not played Anno series. Anno? I don't know. I've seen it, but I've not played it. People have suggested this to me to try it out and so on. I think it's like a city builder or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, so yeah. Act Aggression, never heard. Age of Empires Conquerors expansion. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this in here. The reason for that is I'm not gonna rate every single mini expansion. It's gonna be like Age of Empires 1, Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 3 kind of thing. Age of Empires 2 for me is definitely, I don't know if this, I'm pretty sure this is the original one, but Age of Empires 2 is definitely an S rank for me. I played it recently, about a couple of months ago. I played a lot of multiplayer, and I think Age of Empires 2 is one of the greatest RTS games. It still has extremely active following, and it's in my opinion, this is the second hardest RTS that I've played in my life. It is actually extremely hard mechanically, and there's a lot of different things you can do in Age of Empires. It's very reactive, and I mean, it's a great game. It's a great game. Age of Empires 2, again, like, it's an expansion, who gives a crap. HD edition. I mean, I guess I'm putting Age of Empires 2 as a, Age of Empires 2 original and then a remastered version, or whatever it's called. I have not played Age of Empires 3, so I'm going to put those there. I just never played it, and from what I have seen, it doesn't look great, okay? I've not played it, but I don't like the graphics, and I personally haven't played it, so I can't say too much. Again, I'm going to put Age of Mythology expansions in this. Well, this one, I don't know what that is. Age of Mythology as a game itself, I'm going to put it in A, to be honest. I really enjoyed playing Age of Mythology. I played it a lot. Okay, I played it a lot. When I was a kid, we would go to Netcafe and we would play 8-player, either 4 versus 4 or 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. And I have a lot of playtime in Age of Mythology when I was a kid. I think it's one of those things where if you played Age of Empires, you've probably played Age of Mythology as well. And it's not quite S rank for me. I think when you start playing it, it's a lot of fun. Right now, but the more you play it, you see kind of the things it lacks, and it's just not, not as great as this one. Is this Army Men RTS? I think it is. This is a fun little game. I don't know if you guys have played it. If that's the game that I think it is, and I think it is that. It's a fun little game. I played it quite a bit when I was a kid. It has funny graphics, funny mechanics. It's not like an esports or anything like that, but yeah. Singularity, never heard. Battleforge, never heard. Battle Realms, I feel like I heard of it, but I have not played it. Battlezone, nope. You know what the problem with RTS games is, by the way? Look how many there are. Like, I played insane amounts of games, especially RTS games when I was younger, and you know, when I got older. But there's just so many RTS games because from '95 to like 2010, there were, I feel like, RTS games coming out every week, and it's literally impossible to, like, you know, play all of them, I guess. Battlezone, never heard. Battle for Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings. I've seen it, have not played it though. Battle for Middle Earth, that's the same thing. Battle for Middle Earth, that's the same thing. Command and Conquer 4. Obviously, I've seen it, never played it. Command and Conquer, this is some kind of expansion, I'll just put it here. Command and Conquer 1. This is one of the OGs, and I'm gonna have to put it in at least A. Like, this is one of the OGs, and a lot of us started playing RTS games with Command and Conquer. The funny thing is, when I played Command & Conquer Remaster recently, when I was playing the missions, I still remember them. There is no CNC4? Well, what is this then? This says Command & Conquer 4, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Command & Conquer 4. But yeah, it's an OG game. I think for its time is an insanely good game. Yeah, you can't play Command & Conquer 4 anymore? Alright. Tiberian Sun, again, I'm gonna put this one here. Tiberian Sun, I played it, but I'm gonna put it at C. I don't think it was like A rank. I did play it quite a bit, but you know, again, don't know what this expansion is. Don't know what this is. Either an expansion or whatever. Company of Heroes. Now, Company of Heroes is very similar to Iron Harvest game that I've played recently. So if you're a Company of Heroes fan, you might want to check Iron Harvest. I gotta say, it's not my type of game. That's CNC3? Okay, well, I have not played it, if this is CNC3. Obviously, I've heard of it, but I've not played it. I'll just put this here. I think Company of Heroes is a good game. I'll put Army Men RTS actually in D. I might have to re-rank some of these. I think it's a good game, but it's not my kind of RTS, I would say. I'm gonna put it in B. Like, it's not my kind of game. I can see the appeal, and I know that people play it and love it. It's just not for everyone. The lack of microing that you have in that game is something that I feel like StarCraft 2 players or Empires players are not big fans of. So, yeah. And this is one of the first controversial ones, probably. You know, this is probably one of the first where people go, oh, what? That's an S rank. No. I don't know what this is. I can't even read the title. Company of Heroes 2. I actually can't remember which one I played from these two. I think I played 2, but I'm not actually sure. I'll just put them both in B. Company of Heroes expansions, whatever. Cossacks. Now, I want to say I played Cossacks 2. I have not played 3. I know it's out. Cossacks 2 is something I've played a lot of. And I'm going to put it American Conquest. That's the one where I remember I played it. So it is, I think that's, I'm not actually sure. I think it was 2 that I played, because there's 3 Cossacks, and I think it was number 2 where I played it quite a bit as a kid on LAN parties with friends. But this was legit over 15 years ago. So it might be number 1, but I think it is, it is 2. Cossacks is a very like interesting game the way the unit creation works. When you play on the maximum speed, the units just like constantly like constantly pop. These other ones I'll just put them here because, you know, again, I'm not gonna rank 5 different Cossacks in a row. Darvinia, never heard. Dawn of War. Dawn of War, I've heard of. A lot of people told me about it. I just never got around to playing it, so I'll put it here. Jesus, it has a lot of expansions. Dune 2. Don't think I've... did I try it? I actually don't remember. This is another one where people suggest to me to try it out. The problem with these old games is next, right? So for example, Dune has been suggested to me many, many times. The problem with the games that were like from, I don't know, let's say 1994 to like 2000 and something, is if you have not played them when you were a kid, it's very hard to get into those games because the graphics and the unit control is usually extremely potato and it's very hard to get into it. But when I see it, I can appreciate I can appreciate how it is. You know what I mean? And I think everyone has that kind of game in their childhood. For most people, it's popular games like Age of Empires or Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2. But for a lot of people, it's for me, lesser known games. And I feel like if I were to play some of these old games that were like legendary rank, I wouldn't do them justice because I didn't grow up with them. And I think that affects your opinion quite a bit. I don't know what this is. Earth? What does it say? Earth? 2001? 2160? Never played it. Earth 2150. I guess this is a series. Don't know what that is. Yeah, it is. 2160. Empire Earth. Okay, I played Empire Earth quite a bit. I'm gonna put this one right there. Actually, I'm gonna put this one because this one's more visible. Empire Earth. I would definitely put it in C rank. Maybe even in B rank actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go with B rank because Cossacks is kind of potato compared to Empire Earth, I feel like. And I did play more Empire Earth. Oof, right in my childhood. I'm sorry, guys. I can't know all of it. Never played Empire Earth 3. I did play 1. I played 1 and 2, so I'm gonna just slap them here. Star Wars, Empire at War. Heard of it, never played it. Man, this makes me look like I've never played RTS games in my life. Like, are you guys having the same amount of not played or have seen but not played games? Does this mean I gotta play all these games on stream? Thanks. Don't know what this is. Forge Battalion. Don't know. Ooh, Command and Conquer Generals. Now... Command and Conquer Generals. Am I putting this in S rank actually? Ooh, now this is a hard one. Maybe I go like this. Command and Conquer Generals. That was I feel like that's better than these games, but not better than these. I loved Command and Conquer Generals. I played it a shit ton. I'll just put this one here because it's an expansion. I'm gonna go like this, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. Like that. I don't think Empire Earth was as good as these. Alright. Maybe even Command Conquer Generals is A rank. I played that game a lot and I loved it. Grey Goo, I've seen it, I never played it. I heard there was like a lot of hype around it and then it just kind of like... it kind of plopped it down, I guess. Homeworld. I used to play Homeworld quite a bit. I'm gonna give it a C. Honestly, I played Homeworld when I was really young, and my dad was really into playing Homeworld, so I kind of played with him. I don't really remember too much. I'm assuming this is the original Homeworld from like 20 years ago, or more even. I remember playing it, and I remember it was very like complicated for its time, but yeah. Cataclysm, no, can't even see what this is. Homeworld, for me, Homeworld is like I played it, but honestly I cannot remember much about it. But I know it's similar to. Oh, this is Homeworld 2. Yeah, I'll just put them here. Okay, Homeworld, another expansion. Never mind. Halo Wars, isn't that a... I thought that's a shooter. Okay. Impossible Creatures. Wait! Wait a minute. Is Impossible Creatures that game? Wait a minute. Is Impossible Creatures that game where you mix animals? Let me actually see this quickly. Oh my god, I remember playing this game for a very, very short amount of time. I'm gonna just put it at D. You can basically, like, you can see in the picture here, it's like a crab with a tiger head. Northgard. Ooh, Northgard. I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna put Northgard as A rank. I played Northgard quite a bit, and the reason why Northgard is at A rank is next. So, I would normally put it at a B rank, but Northgard is one of the very few RTSs that came out recently, and it actually did well. It sold well. It didn't, you know, it's not an esport, so it's not super popular on Twitch. But I played Northgard quite a bit, and I enjoyed it. I haven't played it in a while, but I do think it's a really, really good game. Do I put it at A though? No, I'm gonna put it at B actually. It would be like a B plus, A minus for me. Okay. Off-World, off you go. Paraworld, nope. Planetary Annihilation, I heard about this, I've not played it. Red Alert 3, not played it. Wait, did I play it actually? If I can't remember, it was probably shit. Red Alert, The Aftermath. That's an expansion. Counter-Strike is an expansion. Red Alert. I mean, I'm gonna put Red Alert as a... Do I put Red Alert as S, like Command and Conquer? Because I guess it's the same kind of... You know, we'll keep it at A for now. Red Alert 2 is definitely S rank in my opinion. Definitely. It was amazing game. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it at A. I played a lot of Red Alert, and it's so hard to compare these games because now I feel like Age of Empires. I'll keep it like that. Yuri's Revenge. I love Yuri's Revenge. That was a great expansion. Rise of Nations. Rise of Nations is one of the games, by the way, I wanted to replay recently, but I never got to it. The reason why I liked Rise of Nations is the way the campaign worked with like the map that you attack with, and then you had like the cards that would give you certain things when you play a map, and that's one of the games I wanted to replay. Rise of Legends, never heard. A Rise of Nations expansion, I'll just put it here. Ruse, no. I'll just put remaster. I mean, honestly, a remaster is kind of a disappointment because there's no ladder, but I guess it is the same game. But Brood War, I'm definitely gonna put, or StarCraft Brood War. I am. Actually, let me put this one. There we go. I'm definitely gonna put it at S rank. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. It's literally still being played, you know. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, easy S. I'm gonna rate. Okay, even though these are technically expansions, I'm gonna rate them because I'm primarily StarCraft 2 content creator. Heart of the Swarm was honestly shit. Like, I did not like. I actually quit in Heart of the Swarm for a year when I was a pro player. That's how much I disliked it. And then Legacy of the Void. I think it's great. I do think Wings of Liberty is better, or was better at a time. But I think they're obviously great games, and yeah. Don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Ooh, Stronghold. Ooh. Okay, Stronghold 3 I have not played. Don't know what this is. Solar Empire, don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Spellforce, don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. I mean, Spellforce 3 I've heard of. I'm assuming this is the same thing, but I've not played it, so I'll just throw it in here. Don't know what this is. Is this Stronghold? What is it? It's so hard. Oh, this is Stronghold 2. I've seen Stronghold 2, but actually I've not played it. Stronghold and Stronghold 2 for me are easy, or Stronghold and Stronghold Crusader are easy A rank for me. Easy, easy, easy. I would actually give Stronghold Crusader A+. But then maybe Red Alert is S as well, actually. It's hard to say. I just leave it at S. Because I feel like there's like sub-ranks, right? Is Red Alert as good as StarCraft and Age of Empires 2? No, but it's better than some of these, but... you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Steel Division, no idea. Ooh, okay, okay. This one, I actually don't know if I mentioned it on stream. Did you guys play Sudden Strike? I feel like we're finally getting to the games I've actually played, because there's been so many I've never seen. But I feel like we're reaching a point where I've played these games, you know? Sudden Strike was a game I used to play with my dad. So my dad was a huge fan of Sudden Strike games. And then I started playing it, and then I beat my dad in LAN, and then he quit playing it because I beat him so hard. That's a true story, by the way. And then he never wanted to play me again because basically like a 12-year-old or 10-year-old kid wrecked him. And he called me lame because of the way I played. So his playstyle would be like, basically, I mean, if you guys haven't played this game, you know, it's hard to explain, but basically his playstyle would be to use like Katyushas and like a long ass range cannons. And I would just sneak with infantry and get my mortars close enough to his giga long range artillery. And I would just shit on it, and he didn't know how to play without it. So he would be like, oh, that's not how you're supposed to play it, you know? So I'm gonna give Sudden Strike, I mean, I'm gonna have to give it a C. Although Sudden Strike 2, I'm gonna give a B. I really like, I played a lot of Sudden Strike, so I'm gonna have to give it a B. Sudden Strike, I don't know which ones these are. I'm assuming they're after that. Supreme Commander, heard about it, never played it. Supreme Commander, Total Annihilation, don't know what that is. Total Annihilation, don't know what that is, don't know. This is something Kingdoms, don't know what that is. Tooth and Nail. This is like Grey Goo. This was such a hyped game, Tooth and Nail, and then it just like, it went from, oh my god, this is a great game, to like, this is complete shit, never played. You don't know Total Annihilation? Maybe, I probably heard of it, I don't know, I haven't played it. Wait, is Total Annihilation the small things, like the little units where you can zoom out all the way? Is that Total Annihilation? Oh, yes? Okay, then I've seen it. I haven't played it, though. Yeah, I've seen it. There are billions. Now, this is a hard one. There Billions is the best RTS game that has come out in the past 5 years. Now, this is the problem. If it was updated, I would give this an S. Easy, easy S. The fact that it's not updated is A, but if it had any multiplayer mode, co-op or one-on-one, this is an easy S. There Billions is such a good game. If you have not played There Billions, play it. I am not a fan. Again, you guys know that watch me. I play multiplayer. I love competing against other people. Their Billions is one of the very few games I loved single player, and it has so much replayability potential in it. So if their Billions was more updated or just had a co-op mode, easy S. Easy S. I've been wanting to try their Billions. Play it. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. Their Billions is amazing. Survival mode maps are amazing, and it's actually difficult. It's another thing, one of the very few games, not just RTS, games these days where single player is actually hard. It's not just a walkover where you shit on it and you move on. It's great. You got a map editor update recently. I haven't touched it recently, but I played a lot, and it's a great game. Easily the best RTS game in the last 5 years. Easily. Again, for me, this is like, I'm actually gonna put it at S, because there's not many RTS games coming these days, and they definitely knocked it out of the park. They did great on sales. They had a bunch of players, and people still play it. So I would put it at like an S- if there was one, because I don't think it's as great as these ones, because these ones are kind of like legendary games. But I heard that they might be making their Billions 2, which will have multiplayer potentially. So hopefully, just like Northgard, I feel like should be a B+ or A-, in the same way, because they're recent games. Yeah, they're gonna make their trillions. That's right. I think you can add new tier by yourself. I know, but whatever. I just kind of said it. I don't want to make it too complicated. Universal War, don't know what that is. Warcraft 1, I played it, but it's one of those things, like the game when it came out is super potato, like the controls are terrible, but Warcraft 2, I'm gonna put this one here. Warcraft 2, I actually did a playthrough recently. I honestly just think it's a great game. Like, single player experience is great. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot of replayability potential, but I think Warcraft 2, when it came out, was great. Obviously, it doesn't have an active scene or anything, but I love replaying it. That's the thing. I played it so much when I was a kid, and about a year and a half ago, I replayed it, and still loved it. All right. Warcraft 3, I mean, I'm going to put this, actually, yeah, I'll just put Frozen Throne, and I'll just, because this is a first part, I would say the first part is like a B, but Frozen Throne kind of, in my opinion, completed Warcraft 3, and it's definitely one of the greatest games. Easily. Has anyone actually here played Warcraft 3 Reforged? Let's not talk about Warcraft 3 Refunded. I think Warcraft 3 TFT fixed a lot of issues that original Warcraft had. And like, if you're gonna talk Dota, like Dota was there in TFT as well, so, Where's Refunded? I'm gonna put that in a fucking shit tier, because that's one of the greatest disappointments that RTS community has ever seen in their life. War Game, don't know what this is. War Party. Ooh. It's one of the newer games. I thought it had a lot of potential, but I think the developers listened to the community a little bit too much. I played a tournament in War Party, and there's basically 3 races. I don't know if they're still updating it. But there were basically 3 races, and I kept telling them that one of the races is broken as hell. And I literally gave them reasons why. Like, I didn't need to do that. Like, I just played it as a streamer, and there was a tournament. I was like, okay, I'll play a tournament. And I kept telling them one race is giga broken. They're like, no, it's fine, because those players that played that race told them, no, everything is okay. So the tournament comes. Out of 16 players, 13 were playing that broken-ass race. Because people kept switching to it just before the tournament because people couldn't beat it. And I was just like, what the fuck do you expect? You know? Warzone, don't know what it is. World of Conflict, don't know. Age of Empires? Wait, is this online Age of Empires? Like a browser game or something? If that's the case, I've seen it, I have not played it. A Bannerman. I played Bannerman. I mean, honestly, it had a lot of flaws. I actually played a tournament in Bannerman, like an invitational, and I won. The idea is there, but it just feels like a scuffed Warcraft 3. You know, so Empires Apart, don't know what you are. Akron? Okay. Air Mecha? Okay. Stronghold. Wait, didn't I rate this? Yeah, I did. Okay, just another one. Spellforce 3. Have seen it, have not played it. Many people are suggesting it to me. I don't know if you guys are suggesting it to me because it's good or because it's popular right now. Stronghold Crusader 2? Stronghold 2 Crusader? Okay. The Seedler. Okay, I have not played that. Settlers. I played Settlers. Now this is a hard ranking because there's so many different Settlers, and I feel like Settlers kind of grew quite a bit. I'm gonna have to put War Party actually there. I'm gonna just put one rank for Settlers instead of ranking each one because I honestly can't remember. Like, it's been so long. I'm gonna just put it at C. Again, it wasn't exactly my type of game, but yeah, I honestly have not played it too much. I'll just put these right here as well. Settlers 7, Settlers, Alexander, don't know. Ooh, Battle for Troy. I actually played that. What game is that? Let me check this real quick. Battle for Troy. If this is the one that I'm checking on YouTube, this looks... no. Gothic Armenia. Grand Ages Rome. Don't know. Majesty, I might have even played this. I honestly don't remember. I can't read what this is. Another Settlers. Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Don't know what that is. War of Rings. Anno again. Crush, Kill, and Destroy 2. I played, this is an expansion, I played Crush, Kill, and Destroy Extreme as well, but I'll just rank the 2. I actually did a playthrough recently of Crush, Kill, and Destroy. I'm gonna put it in an easy C. I don't think it's as good as these games, but I think it was a legit game. It's actually one of the hardest games, by the way, that you can play. One of the hardest RTS games you can play. When I did the playthrough, I struggled a lot. So there's that. Act of War. Armies of Exigo or whatever. Armies. I played this. Let me actually remind myself what it is. Oh. Yeah, I definitely played it. Because the name sounds familiar instantly. I'll just put it at the lowest rank. Kohan. I think I played this. Not 100% sure. This is an old-ass game, I think. Netstorm, never heard. Perimeter Netserv. Submarine Titans. Oh my god. Dude, I remember. When did this game even come out? Holy shit, 2000? Look at this. I don't know if you guys played this game, but... I mean, it came out in 2000. It looks really clean, right? I mean, honestly, I've seen RTS games these days that come out that look like shit too. You know? So this one looking like nice and the unit movement felt normal. I think like for 2000 this is looking really, really good. Yeah, I played it. I'm gonna put it on... I'll put it on D. I haven't played it that much, but I did play it. It's a good game. Warfront, don't know what this is. Populous, don't know what that is. I can't even read that. Celtic Kings, I played quite a bit, and I'm gonna put it at C. I think whenever it came out, I remember I played it quite a bit, and yeah. Dark Reign, 1997 is when it came out. Yeah, I played Dark Reign, but it was a potato game. It's either, it would be like a D+, you know? I played it. It was a good game. Driftland. I actually played Driftland. It's one of the newer RTS games that came out in maybe 2 years ago. This game's idea was interesting. Basically, the game is like you're floating in the sky and there's like islands that you can connect and mine resources, but it's actually so complicated. You know? It's actually so complicated that it kind of like, you're just like, huh? There's more to do? And the combat is kind of... Ymir. Oh, Knights and Merchants? Okay, I'll just do this one. Knights and Merchants is one of my favorite games. I'm gonna put it at B, but honestly, I want to put it at A so bad. I played Knights and Merchants so much. So much. And that's a hard one. Yeah, that's a B+ at least. I would say it's a B+, yeah. I feel like in order to do these properly, you would need like an extra 3 or 4 ranks or something, but, you know. What is this? Can't even see what that is. Something, Warlord's Battlecry? Teal Legion? Dark Reign 2? Oh, I actually have not played Dark Reign 2. I didn't even know it exists. When did they come out? Dragon Shield? Whatever. Okay. Ooh, Metal Fatigue. I have played that. Man, I have not played so many games. You know why? Because the last 10 years of my life were taken by StarCraft 2. That's why. I need to catch up on games. Metal Fatigue was for me a B. Because of the... Or was it a B? Maybe it was a C. I played it quite a bit. No, it was a C. I played it quite a bit, and actually the concept of Metal Fatigue was really interesting. You make these robots, and they have different upgrades, like different armor, different weapons, different legs. You can have faster legs, slower legs, and then when you fight with the enemy robots, you can cut off their hand, and you can take it to your base, and reapply it to your robot, so you don't have to pay for the arm weapons. You can just use theirs. So then you would have your robot that's like blue and then it has a red hand. It's actually a really cool game. I wish they did like a remaster or something. No. World War III? No. We Command? No. I don't even know what that game is. Okay, these are some... Boom. Alright, let me check the list. Can I add a tier? How do I add a tier? Oh, there it is. S+. And this is going to be S. Okay. S+. Age of Empires 2, Brood War, StarCraft 2, WarCraft 3, and Legacy of the Void. S rank. We're going to re-rank these a little bit. And Red Alert 2, and Yuri's Revenge, and Warcraft 2. I feel like this is I like this better, to be honest. Yeah, I like that better. I'm not gonna do subcategories for these lower ones, but maybe even Company of Heroes is A. I'm not really sure. But those are my picks. I mean, then I would put Knight and Merchants here, actually. And Warcraft 3. Whew. And Northgard as well. No, I would put Northgard back. But anyway, I think this is about it. Like, there's obviously so many games, as you can see, even though a lot of them are expansions and stuff, that I've never personally played. Because, again, depending, you know, when you grow up, what game you bought, maybe it pushed in that direction. You can see I don't have a lot of, like, as I like to call them, space games, or... you know, kind of like Halo War games or Supreme Commander kind of thing. And I don't have a lot of, there's another genre, like Anno games. I've never dabbled into those, so all those types of games are just a no-no for me. Because whenever I would go to like a store to buy a game, I would always ask, oh, I want a game like this one, and then they would suggest it based off of that. So I don't know. I was thinking about doing like a, I guess it's not a series, it would just be me trying out older games, which I think would be cool, because we don't have as many RTS games coming out anymore, sad face. But maybe I could do a little, you know, journey into the past and try some of these games out and stuff like that. I mean, also there's a lot of games missing, but I don't know if you would categorize them as RTS games. I mean, they're not, right? Like Heroes of Might and Magic. Heroes of Might and Magic, for me, someone asked earlier, I saw, but I didn't respond to it. I would put it at a S or S plus. Probably S. Maybe even S plus. I love Heroes of Might and Magic 3, one of the greatest games ever. But there's a lot of games like Zeus, Cleopatra, but I guess they're city builders. They're not really RTS games. That's my my list. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. And like I said, maybe I'll do a playthrough of some of these old games, especially the ones that you guys constantly suggest, which is Total Annihilation, Supreme Commander, Dawn of War, and there's one or two more games. Spellforce 3 is something I get suggested very often to try it out, because it's new, I guess. And there's another game that I constantly get suggested to try it out, so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Leave a suggestion what games I could try out.